everyone, it's Brittany here, and this week I just want to share with you guys how to make cake in a jar. The other week I was telling you could send it to your deployed spouse and just gave you a site you could order them off of. And I got an email from a Marine spouse named Ann telling me how to actually do it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys this week and show you how to actually do it. The first thing you do is go get mason jars from your local Walmart or Target. Wide mouth are more preferred, but regular mouth works as well if you use a funnel to put the cake mix in. It goes in very easily and simply. And these are cake mixes you can use. The better one I would say is to use a cupcake mix because it's smaller, then you don't have to make quite so many jars. Also, you can make homemade cake, just whatever you prefer. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. Alright, the next step is you are going to mix all the ingredients together and stir them up. And this is a fun thing for the kids to join in and help out. Good job, Kylie. Mix it up.
Okay.
After you have it all mixed up, you get your mason jar, spray it with some cooking spray, and after it's completely mixed, you pour it and it fills about just fill it halfway up or under with the cake batter. And then you place it on a cookie sheet, and then you can put it in the oven at 400 degrees
Are we
and cook
going
it
to
for
put it in a bowl?
to 35 minutes. And then you can check it with a toothpick, and if the toothpick comes out clean, then they're good to come out of the oven. Alright, so we have now poured the cake mix into half the jar and the cupcake mix into half the jars. The cake mix fills up only 4 jars, and the cupcake mix fills up 2. So just for reference, so you know how much each will fill up, that's it. And then you were going to go ahead and place the cookie sheet into the oven. And then we'll add each jar one by one into there. The next step is about 10 minutes before it's done in the oven, you bring water to a boil on the stove and pour it into a mixing bowl with the middle of the lids. That way it sterilizes them as well as makes them seal to the mason jar. Alright, I definitely recommend wiping around the rim before you cook them so you can get this little burnt stuff off so they're not so hot and they don't come off. But now we're placing the lids from the boiling water onto them so they will seal. And then you just screw one of these around it afterwards and they're ready to go. And add a cute little ribbon or something. So the cakes are now completed. They took about 22 minutes to do 6 jars in the oven at one time. They turned out really well. They taste really good. I sealed them before so I could check some of them, make sure they're okay, and the seal turned out great. So as long as you heat up those tops and then do it straight out of the oven, it seals awesomely, if that's a word. And the reason I was saying earlier to do a wide mouth, maybe instead of a normal mouth jar, is because with a wide mouth jar, the cake can slip right out into a cylinder, which is great when you're doing it as a gift idea. But for a deployed spouse, the normal mouth jars are okay because they're just going to eat out of the jar anyhow. And then go ahead and grab like a can of their favorite frosting and send that to them as well. Make sure it's untouched and closed and sealed all the way. And then wrap these in bubble wrap and send them forks and you are good to go. And also the funnel thing I was saying earlier didn't turn out so well. It didn't work out so well for us. I went to go pour the cake batter in and didn't want to go through it because it was so thick. So if you just pour it straight into the jar and then wipe the excess off the top, you'll be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you have any thoughts, questions, ideas for anything coming up, just send me an email at brittany@millspouse.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and see you next week.